Logan Paul tweets, board the plane. Flight attendant gives me the old eyeball. Up and down. High socks, short shorts, shaggy blonde hair. Picture perfect F-boy. Give him my ticket. First class? Stunned, he goes, oh wow, and points me to my seat. Don't judge a book by its cover. Wow, such wisdom from Logan Paul. Hello Redditors of the internet, Noble Xenon here, and welcome to r/ThatHappened Part 7. Let's get started. So, this next guy pulled a broken screen off a phone and found $200 in this note. I love when customers cheat on their girlfriends. Please don't fix my phone. My wife is gonna kill me. Keep the $200 for you. Thanks. Sure, people are just gonna bribe the phone repair person. For this next one, I'm sure she did. My math teacher gave my friend some of her pineapple cruiser mixed with vodka today. She's in year 10, LMFAO. And Tokyo Peach Girl comments, in what world would someone share their liquid escapism with some brat? Risking your job, too. For this next one, not sure if an incel or just some kid, either way a lying virgin. Someone comments, translation, the only men that will sleep with me are man-bun beta soy boys with minuscule shafts. And that's not even what we're here for. This is what we're here for. Actually, I dated this one liberal chick, and once we got to the realm of politics, she said she has never been with a Republican before, and our sex was the best she'd ever had because she was not used to being with alpha males. I'm actually a Sigma, but whatever. 6 hours that night made me an alpha. Winky face. Ah yes, the Giga Chad that can last for 6 hours. Totally believable. For this next one, almost once a week this guy posts on a retail confession page. Rolls eyes. The adventures of a retail cashier. Customer. Slams multiple tools onto my counter, pulls out his credit card and jams it into the credit card reader. I spend $10,000 here every month, and these pieces of crap don't friggin' work. This is friggin' BS. I'm sick and tired of getting crappy service and crappy tools. Me. Sir, quick question, you haven't opened a single one of these tools, so how do you know they don't work? Customer, don't you hear me? What, you deaf? You stupid son of a? I just want my money back, now! Sir, you are welcome to wave your credit card around like you're the star of Harry Poker and the Wench's Man Cave all you want. It ain't gonna turn me on to helping you. Either calm down or get out. Other customers laugh hysterically. My coworker also laughing. Manager shocked. Customer storms off, leaving behind their stuff. Manager, Mr. Benjamin, well, I just prevented a theft. Excuse me? Shows off one of the tools which still has its security tag on it. Manager, flushed face. How? Me, with a sparkly grin. I'm a unicorn. I sparkle and piss off thieves. Carry on. I'm not wayward, jackass. I'm too sparkly for that breed. Sorry. Yes, we're gonna need a cleanup near the registers. Why? There's glitter all over the place from one very sparkly cashier. For this next one, let's hope the children you quote bred aren't as delusional as you. Lady in the grocery scolding my kids for laughing. Me, I have an IQ of 138 and I bred with a PhD physicist. These children will rule you. B $@$H. Sounds like this one could also be on r/I'm very smart. What an intellectual indeed. Oh boy, now we have a guy who recently got into a crypto pyramid scheme and constantly posts these. Drove past my teacher today. Remember when she said you're gonna be a failure? Maybe your teacher should teach you some grammar there, wrong use of your. Should have seen her face when I pulled up next to her. Funny thing was, she rolled down her window to make conversation. I didn't give her the time of day. Believe me, this is only the start. If only you guys that look down on me seen the numbers that have been through my bank this week, let alone this month. Hashtag only way is up. I'm sure you won't get the rug pulled out from under you with a shit coin. We go to the YouTube comment section for this next one. I once had an art teacher tell me that Bob Ross ain't a real painter. I replied with, well, neither are you, but at less he could teach. At less. Garlic and mushrooms go together? That's insane. I once worked with an Italian restaurant in 2005. I was part of the kitchen porter team, and at the end of the shift, staff was allowed to eat something from the menu. I made a garlic bread with mushroom and cheese. I drizzled the garlic butter over the mushrooms, then the cheese on top. The chefs gave me proper dirty looks, haha. I told the head chef to try it. He was like, nah. I said, just try it if you're not allergic. He absolutely loved it and asked how, and said garlic, melted butter, and mushrooms work wonders together. He asked what I called it. I replied, a fungi garlic bread with cheese. It was on the menu the next week. And then a few weeks later, this person ended up being the head chef. Wow. This next one's marked with NSFW. It's gonna be a little spicy. I had a woman ask me for D-pic. I sent it. She showed her friends what I sent and they started inboxing me. Long story short, she's mad at me because she found out that they jumped in my inbox and made passes at me. Why should I be in trouble? Thinking emoji. Make sure to add that neck beard and fedora on top as well. Hey, if you're enjoying this, then why not hit that like button? If you want to see more, subscribe and hit that little notification bell, and comment if you have something on your mind. For this next one, sure, you're the only person in the class that knew who Benedict Cumberbatch is. Oh, except your teacher who came and whispered a reference to you, of course. While in history class today, we were watching a movie and this MFer came onto the screen and I gasped rather loudly and almost fell out of my seat, all the while banging my hands onto my desk. Everyone stared at me for a really long time, and my teacher just looked at me for a long second. Apparently no one knows who this guy is, I mean, come on, except my teacher. She came over to me at the end of the class and whispered, so, I like your shoelaces. Guys! And now we have an old gem in my screenshots. This guy was full of material. Had a date last night. As usual, it was an unmitigated disaster. Not my fault, of course, it couldn't ever be my fault. In other news, the sun came up today and the Pope is Catholic. Case in point, when I mentioned the artist Michelangelo, she thought I was referring to a Ninja Turtle. She's an art teacher. Let that sink in. Alright, let me open the door. Sync won't move, so the story is obviously fake. And now it's time for a game of Guess the Sub on easy mode. My bully spit on my face today, so I grabbed his shoulders and kicked his balls so hard he almost immediately puked. I got suspended, but I got tried of being picked on. Tried. My dad was proud and bought me ice cream. Peace! Let me know what you think this subreddit is, and I'll tell you the answer after this next post. For this next one, it's true, I was a security guard. A Trump supporter offered to buy food for me with his SNAP benefits for half price. He said it was okay since the benefits go to people he doesn't like or something like that. What? I complained to the store manager and they had the security guard chase him off the parking lot. By the way, the answer to Guess the Sub was r/teenagers, because of course it is. For this next one, I totally believe a teacher told you, a high school student, this. No, because this was so awkward. So today, I have a day off in school and we only have to come to school for 10 minutes to talk with my teachers about my grades and behavior and whatever. And they notice my tired eyes and that I'm not feeling good, but my grades are still great. And my favorite teacher, he's 25 and helps me a lot with my mental issues. He's my comfort teacher. He went like, maybe we kind of have to tickle it out of you. He said it as a joke because I wasn't ready to talk about it, and oh lord, I was lucky having my mask on because my cheeks went red. Well, that was awkward, and I didn't react on it, and my other teacher kept on going talking about something, but holy cow, that flustered me. For this next one, can everybody still clap in VR? I mean, I guess so. In a thread about too many kids and games, I occasionally have kids come into my rooms on big screen. As often as I can, I always try to get the kids to put the headset on their parents' face so I can talk to the resident adult, basically telling them how stupid they are for allowing their kids to play big screen and show them horrible things on my big screen that their kids could accidentally see in the program. Now go be a parent and monitor what your children are exposed to. Usually ends with one less kid on big screen and a funny 20-second conversation the headset picks up when this annoying kid realized he is the architect of his own censorship. Imagine being the jerk in your own made-up story. Not even a fun kind of villain either. We go to Twitter for this next one. After an exhaustive week begging for money in DC, I boarded the plane, drank 2 glasses of wine, and fell asleep. Slept through harrowing turbulence, I was told. Attendants were so impressed that when we landed, they gave me a brand new bottle of Chardonnay. Seatmates clapped. I'm sure the clapping wasn't for you, but rather for the pilot who landed the plane. This next one is totally 100% legit, not a scam 100%. 40 pounds down in 20 days without diet and exercise. 5 stars. 1.5 million sold in the first week. Customer satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Read more. Oh, I really hate these scammers who use random people's pictures to peddle their snake oil. Like, you should be shut down. Seriously. The doctors have diagnosed yet another case of main character syndrome, Soup Edition. I broke my bowl and refused to spend money on a new one. I super glued it together and used my finger to plug a hole whenever I drank soup. My flatmate called me stupid, so I smashed the bowl on his feet that instant and then pieced it back together once more. 3 years of this bowl. Oh my god, if you can afford it, why not just get a new bowl? There's some pretty cheap ones out there. That just won't get you as much attention. For this next one, even the boomers on Nextdoor are doing it. More creative writing exercises. Don't judge, be kind. A very good friend of mine was pumping gas and her husband was sitting in the passenger seat. Another woman came up to her and said nastily, "That's disgusting, he's sitting while you pump the gas." My girlfriend put her finger in her face and said, "Don't judge, he has cancer. He would gladly pump the gas and do anything for me. He can't stand long enough to pump the gas." She said she had all she could do to keep from slapping her face. Let's all try to be kind. My daughter says I wear rose-colored glasses because I always see the good in people. I would much rather live in my happy world than a miserable one. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and we'll move on to the next one. And then he dated my little brother. Hold up. When I went to buy coffee and there was a really hot barista, so I wrote my phone number on a napkin and left it for him to find. He ended up texting me, and we talked for a couple days, before he told me he was anti-feminist and against women, so I ghosted him, and he somehow found my grandma's phone number and proceeded to call her for the next week. And Salenpar replies, "I like this guy's strategy. If the girl you're talking to is too independent for you, go for her grandma. Similar genetically, but with more old-fashioned views on gender roles. Let me guess, looking for a trad wife." For this next one, I didn't know the gas stations made the fuel. Casey tweets, "I went to the gas station, asked a lady at the counter for Trump fuel. She said, 'Sorry sir, we don't make that anymore. Worth a shot, haha. Sorry, we only have Biden fuel nowadays.'" This next one sounds very true, totally legit 100%. I never knew my dad. I was doing 10 years in prison way back when I was young. Upon entering a new institution, I would ask other inmates who was the meanest, most feared prisoner from every ethnic and racial group. I would seek them out one at a time and fight and beat half to death each and every one. I was making a statement that I was not to be effed with. I fought a particularly vicious older white guy. I lost gallons of blood in my hearing during our fight. He took almost as much as he gave. We were both in the prison hospital for weeks as they tried to save our lives. That's when they discovered he was my biological father. So I would say sometimes it's unavoidable. Oh yes, we got a tough guy over here. And apparently a rooftop dweller. For this next one, don't tread on me. So this morning I went out for a run on the beach in Corolla, North Carolina. Apparently it's Corolla, not Corolla. While I'm running, a couple had the nerve to stop me and tell me that my American flag patch I'm wearing on my weight vest offended them and that I should remove it. I told them to take their hurt feelings and shove them up their ass. I am unapologetically American and a patriot, and I will carry this flag to the grave if I must. If you think I will listen to you when you ask me to be ashamed about being American, then you better get out of my face. This is a land I love and the land I would proudly protect. Happy Monday, and Happy America Day, which just so happens to be every day of the year. For this next one, Boogie2988, he tweets, "Woman I know. Post Malone follows you on Twitter? Me? Haha yeah, it got me laid once. Woman I know. It's about to get you laid twice actually." And Cool Interaction says, "You wouldn't know her, she goes to a different school. Actually, she's a Canadian supermodel." Amazing. For this next one, yeah, that's how it works. 2 hours into my first day of work as a Walmart greeter, an ugly woman came in with her 2 kids. Hearing her swear at them, I said, "Good morning, welcome to Walmart. Nice kids. Are they twins?" The mom answered, "Hell no, they ain't twins. The oldest one's 9 and the other's 7. Why would you think they're twins? Are you blind or stupid?" I replied, "I'm not blind or stupid. I just couldn't believe someone slept with you twice. Have a good day, and thank you for shopping at Walmart." My supervisor said I probably wasn't cut out for this line of work. Why? Because instead of greeting them, I owned them. Hell yeah. For this next one, happily accept a restraining order? No way. Actually, that is. Funny story about that, I was dating this insane liberal chick and I broke up with her. She literally started dating this dude that lived a couple houses down and started making up lies and got him to put a restraining order on me in an attempt to make me have to move out of my house. I went to court and happily accepted the restraining order just so I could tell people on record just how insane this girl was. When she found out at court today that I would have to move, she ended up punching that sucker dude in his mouth and broke up with him. The guy ended up dropping the restraining order. Absolutely true story. Thanks for bringing it up. So sure it's true, they had to say it. Hello, Domino's Pizza. One time I called Domino's Pizza, the man asked me, "Would you like to order?" I replied, "No, I called to chat. My boyfriend just broke up with me and I need a friend. He talked with me on the phone for an hour and sent a free pizza." "Ma'am, this is a Domino's. I can get you a therapist if you want." And for this last one, never end a conversation with a fight. Say goodbye, say I love you, never end a conversation with a fight. Where's this coming from? I was just in Starbucks and saw a little girl crying. She was cute. She had her hair braided and was wearing cute boots. I asked her if she wanted a drink. She ordered a vanilla bean frap and her tears slowed but didn't stop. I asked why she was crying. She explained to me that her and her father got into a fight that morning because she wouldn't wake up for school and was gonna be late. Before he left, he said, "I love you, Lily," and she screamed back, "I hate you." Well, when he drove away that morning and pulled out of the driveway, the last words she said to him were, "I hate you." He was on Sunrise Highway and got hit by a drug driver and died. Holy shit, that escalated quickly. And that morning was the last time she saw her father. What in the... Anyway, I'd like to thank all of my patrons, especially Benjamin, Spoonie the Rogue, Catalan Cormendi, Cranjus McBasketball, Bacon Cat, and a jury of juggling Jerrys. You can join in the link below, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. If you have something interesting to say, don't forget to comment. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. See you guys next time.